EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton. He's got room at the 30, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out and playing the NFL. No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking to, that's for sure.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside. Keep the defense off balance.
We tried to.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got him.
I'm off the plane.
7 yards there and a 1st down. The Patriots at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Well, they were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across. 13 and a New England first down.
Mike.
Throwing Jones. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. Credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
That was a dot.
Down just shy of midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Jones. Hard throw, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Jags come to Kasumu.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles. Just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back up. And that'll bring up 3rd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Here's Jones. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, 38 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just...
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
Fields.
Picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. That is caught by Mims. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Denzel Mims, 39 yards. And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here we go on 4th down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. They'll start with the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mac Jones, 31 yards. And the Patriots are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Goal, touchdown, Jacksonville.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Here's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control. Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Was that a design pass, or what was that? It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run. Here's Jones. Off play action. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And some room to maneuver. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he? He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense. Another carry for Herbert on second down. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him. Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. waits at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. There's a nice move, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
22 yards there, a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He's got his man, Thornton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to run with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots extend their lead yet again. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Yeah. Perfect.
Still going past the 30.
Perfect.
And he'll bring it back all the way.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Bears. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap.
It's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They'll go again with Herbert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's a give to Herbert. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A handoff for Herbert. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Herbert. And some room to work. Touchdown, Chicago.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
It's Dominic Robinson who comes in and makes a play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Patriots, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Chicago, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.